Okay, welcome back to another video update. And to start off, we're going to look at GSAT. Now GSAT, I cut this position the second I saw it was breaking below, when it was breaking downward. As you can see, it does not have the volume it shows on this chart for it to break out of this head and shoulders. So we cut this position, and it's okay because remember, the only reason we got in there is because we knew that the Russell was going to break out, and the Russell is a bunch of low cap stocks, which GSAT is. Okay, and the reason I went into GSAT is because, you know, there is a possibility of outperforming the Russell, and if Russell's going up, there's a possibility that you can outperform that move up by picking a stock in the Russell. Obviously, this was not the stock, but it's okay because we invested in, not the Russell, but we invested in the 3X Russell ETF, the 3X small cap bull ETF. And that position is actually doubled. It was options. I bought an option, and that option has doubled since. That's why you got to make sure, you know, you spread your money out across, you know, you diversify. You know, we have the single stock that didn't work out. You know, GSAT didn't work out. But the 3X small cap ETF did work out, so we make a lot more. I sold this for break even, and then this one I'm still holding because I believe that the Russell 2K is going to continue its trend upward, and it'll probably break all-time highs. Actually, no, it'll probably break this high here at 2000, maybe, I don't know, but I'm going to hold it until it breaks probably this trend line. Yeah, I like this trend line here. So if it breaks this trend line, if it does something like this, then I'll sell it. And then we're going to move on to the big winners. And the big winners are the Bitcoin and Bitcoin miners. So looking at Bitcoin, this is the same strategy where we diversify. We knew that Bitcoin was going to break out here. You know, we was going to break out of this sidewaysness and go up. And so how do we make more money? How do we outperform Bitcoin? We go into the Bitcoin miners, right? And as you can see, you know, I left all these drawings up. You know, as you can see, we're up big time from when I bought those options back there. Now, this is saying the expiration is December. I had already sold and bought the March one. So I rolled over December into March because I know that this is going to go way higher. So I'm up about 5x. I'm up about 5x on it, and I think it's gonna go a lot higher. I think we're gonna probably by March we're probably gonna break $100. All right, now going on to my prediction for what Bitcoin's gonna do next. So I have marked down here these cycles. These are 60-day plus or minus 5-day cycles that Bitcoin goes through, right? And at each cycle you have the low. You have these cycle lows every 60 days plus or minus 5 days. And so I have it marked here. Somewhere in this area, there's going to be another low for Bitcoin. And that will be the last time that I put money into the options. And this will be my last buy on the options. Because I believe that after this low, Bitcoin will most likely break out and do break all-time highs, probably $70,000. $70,000, and so this will be my last buy. I believe that this will be the last buying opportunity for the bull run. So you don't want to miss this one. I think this is it. This is this week. I'm probably gonna buy on Monday, on Tuesday, on Wednesday, and then that will be it. And those positions I have will be the positions I have for the rest of the bull market, and majority of them will be put into marathon options and. So maybe a little bit of MicroStrategy and a little bit of Coinbase because they're going to outperform Bitcoin. Those options are going to outperform Bitcoin. Now, these cycle lows, they might not go too low. They might be super shallow, like this one back here. It's very shallow. I just use the cycle lows as a area where I want to be buying. So tomorrow, I will buy, and this might be as low as it goes. When I say cycle low, it might be this shallow. These lows, like this one was a large one, but this one was very shallow. These lows can be very shallow. That's why I just buy in the plus or minus 5 days that the low occurs in. I might miss the low. This might be the low. It doesn't matter. This area is where I want to buy, and this area is where I will buy tomorrow, and it will be my last buy. So I'll actually, for Marathon, I'll clean this chart up a bit, and then we'll clean this up and update it, and I'll show you my future prediction on what I think Marathon's going to do, because it is going to outperform Bitcoin by a lot. And here's the updated chart of what I think Marathon is going to do. So I think that before the year ends, we're probably going to be in the 50s here. And it's here that I will sell a third of my options. And then it'll pull back. I won't buy it because, again, next week is the last week. I have the arrow here at the low. So tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'll be buying. And Wednesday will probably be my last day, and that will be it for the next year. Probably I will not buy again. It will only be selling. So the first sale will probably be around $50, and I'll make a video then detailing it. And then after it does a little pullback, I think that by March or April we could break $100. And the only reason I say this is because we know that Bitcoin is going on a bull run. Here I put the updated path of where I think Bitcoin's going to go. I think that it breaks 100 grand by March. And because you have the ETF, you have the halving. Everyone wants to front run the halving. Everyone wants to front run the ETF. And then when the ETF comes, you have all these institutions putting billions of dollars in. The price is going to skyrocket. Everyone knows that. And then MicroStrategy is probably going to break 1,000 too by the end of the year. But majority of my position is in Marathon, and so this is it. I have marked here these arrows. This is the cycle lows. So the last one I marked, that was the low, and I bought back there, and that was a good buy in my first video if you watched it. Next one is this week, and this will be the last time I buy before the blow off top move. And I still have this head and shoulders because we haven't completed the head and shoulders yet. The neckline is up here, and when we complete that, then I'll delete this head and shoulders. But this head and shoulders, this was a good call. Unlike GSAT, this one actually worked. Not all of them work. GSAT was a failure. But Marathon, I think, is the one. I think that this is going to be the winner. Marathon, MicroStrategy, and Coinbase. And then, of course, Bitcoin. You should also have a spot Bitcoin position. Always be safe. And so that is the update.